Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of The Wicked Glitches. I am Izola.
And I am Shannon.
I
I
was
was
like,
drinking water. I'm so sorry.
oh,
I did
that's,
not time that well.
I mean, this is what I love. I mean, it's not, look, this ain't pretty, okay? This is real.
It's real.
It be
This
real.
is the real world. Wicked or glitches, wicked, wickedy glitches edition. We're glitching.
We glitch all day, every day. That's the way it is.
Every day I'm glitching. God, this is awful already. Who
No,
allowed us
it's
to do
not.
anything?
Everybody's just gonna think we're high or something, which we're not.
Oh God, could you imagine spending
I
money to
mean,
act like this?
It's funny because I went back to old podcasts just to kind of look at things, and
Was it
there
our old
was
ones, or
one,
are you talking about like the popcorn
yeah,
podcast? Oh, okay.
and
Oh.
drinking, and I was like, oh, why? It was funny, but I didn't
I'm
watch it all.
worried.
But I was just like,
You watched enough to
mm.
be concerned for our mental health?
I mean, I've always been concerned, but there's not much that
That's fair.
we
That's
just
fair.
deal. We just
Uh,
deal.
we do, one way or another. So, quick weekly check-in. How was your week? Anything
Oh, it's
notable?
just been fan fucking tastic.
Yeah.
Airplanes flying overhead.
Airplanes in the
Yeah,
sky.
cats still don't like each other. I got a sty,
In your
hence why I'm all
eye.
natural. And
But
for
you
those of
still
you
look
who don't
gorgeous, so
know,
shut up.
oh, shut your face.
Oh, shut your face.
um, if for those of you who don't know what a sty is, because I don't know who will be watching this, but let me share. I will partake in the knowledge. It's basically when a pore gets clogged in, like eyelash pore, and then it gets angry and it has a mind of its own, and then it looks like you got punched in the face. So can't I mean, you can go out, but then people think, "Oh my God, is that girl okay? Did she get punched in the face?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you should see the other guy." But no, it can be painful. It's just mostly been itchy for me. So I've been a recluse and the booze in Portugal. So,
Yeah, you've got
it's
okay. So the eye bulge.
yeah, it's been a week and it's been warm, so I haven't been wanting to do things. So I've been very
Yeah,
lazy. So the gym has not seen me and it's been very bad.
we're like reverse lizards in that way. When it heats up, we like seek the
Lizard, lizard.
cool lizard, lizard.
I
But
hate
yeah, we're anti heat, so I get
Yeah.
it. But yeah,
Oh,
styes aren't
but I
fun. I've
did
had one.
I, I forgot to tell you because I sent you one, but I made multiple videos as
Oh, as Marcus?
Marcus the
I
worm.
got so
Yes.
excited. Marcus
Yeah.
is a sardine, first of all.
I know, but
The lore
it's
is
just
there.
it's already, yeah, everybody calls him the worm, so I'm like,
Which
I'm
is,
calling him the worm.
how dare. He's a 41-year-old sardine, and he only lives to
I bel
43, I think.
Yes.
So Marcus is near the end of his
So,
life.
yes. I mean, but he almost caught himself on fire anyway. So,
Like eight
sorry, I got
times.
way off topic.
What is a
He went to
topic,
go look at
really?
the rock. I don't know if you saw that one.
Robert, this rock is pissing me off. I keep saying that to Trav. It's just like, Robert, this rock is pissing me off.
Unfortunately, most people in my life don't really understand the humor in it.
It's so funny. I sent it
I
to a friend because her son is named Marcus, and she's been struggling with some of his behavior. And I'm like, every time I watch this, I just think of you. And it's just anything that Marcus, like he's climbing on shelves, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
there he is. There he
Yeah, I
is.
mean it is quite fitting.
And she was just like, this is weird. Which, like, yeah, but that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Anyway, how was your week?
Oh, I don't remember most days. That sounds so awful. Yesterday, I apparently completely forgot what day it was. I thought it was Friday. It wasn't. It was Saturday. I have no concept of time. So that's been really fun. And I've just been looking more into some of my like health issues and trying to narrow down what it could be because I'm going to the doctor soon and I want to nail down like all of my symptoms so that when I come to them, that I can kind of just give them all that information. Hopefully they take it seriously, because unfortunately when you go to the doctors, especially as a female, they just kind of brush you off. I've dealt with this for years, and it's taken a long time to get diagnoses for some stuff that I've had doctors be like, why is this not been dealt with? And I'm like, I don't know. It's not on my end.
Because 99% of the time we're gaslit into,
Yep. Yep. So,
the phantom pains.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you a fucking phantom pain.
Yeah, FYI, apparently,
Right.
I mean, you can't see, but you're not supposed to be able to touch your thumb to your wrist like this.
Girl.
I can. Yeah, it's likely hypermobility syndrome or something. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not like Ehlers-Danlos or anything super extreme, but we'll see. I have to go get tested for stuff. I have to go give them all this information. There's a lot of comorbidities that go along with these conditions, so it's going to be a process. And that's kind of what I've been dealing with this week, other than just like the regular. In my days, usually I wake up, I let dogs out, I get my parrots their stuff, I go outside and deal with the outdoor birds, all of their needs, and then I come in and do
Your
whatever I have to
animal
do.
menagerie.
My menagerie. Yes. So nothing was like super exciting this week. Oh, except I just remembered I was able to get one of the P. Louise put out a new Halloween palette, and it cost me so much because of the duties, because of tariffs. And I am absolutely livid about it, because it was like an obscene amount. And here's the thing. The palette itself is a good deal, because it's basically 3 pages of eyeshadows. This is, nobody's gonna give a shit about this, but this is just me ranting. 3 pages of eyeshadows. Like, think of those like Jeffree Star palettes we used to get back before we knew he was garbage.
Yeah.
And the palette itself is like $60, which for 3 pages, when one, that's like you pay for 1, get 3. But then after the shipping, the taxes, the duties, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm not happy, but it's something that I was like, I know if I don't get it, I'm gonna be pissed and I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it and then just be mad in general, which is normal for me.
Tariffs are biting everybody in the butthole right now.
It's brutal. It's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna. I think that's one thing we will skirt with this podcast is politics. I know we both have very opinionated opinions, but I think when it comes to podcasts, unless you're a solely political podcast, ideally you're an escape from that kind of heavy shit. So
yeah, we may poke jokes.
Yeah, but this isn't going to be. I mean, we both I can guarantee are both on the same page that everybody has the right to live whatever life they want, as long as they are not hurting anyone or breaking any laws. And those laws have to be reasonable laws. I'm still mad that there's still no law about not being able to eat people. There should be laws that you can't eat people even with their consent. I'm just saying, bringing it back from last week.
I know, but you can beat that dead horse all you want, but it ain't getting back up, honey.
And then I can eat it, apparently.
Look, in all honesty, I think this is the only thing I would say about politics is if we can't get certain laws approved for certain things, why the fuck do you think you're going to get eaten people approved as one of them?
I just feel like it should be like a general, like, if you can't kill people, you shouldn't be able to eat them. I don't know.
But apparently you can't. Never mind.
I know. The logic isn't logicking, and that's how it usually goes. But it's just like,
yeah,
I get so
I know
the justice of things, and I'm like, that's
I know.
But
and this is why we do not discuss.
I know it's a dark and deep road to go down, and I'm not here for it right now. But I did want to talk about something that's not even on my list that I'm actually really excited about, because I'm hoping you read it. I'm gonna be really upset if you haven't.
Probably haven't.
No, how dare you? I see behind you Sunrise on the Reaping.
Oh, yes.
Did you read it?
I'm not done with it, but yes, I'm reading
How far are No. I'm so excited. I'm sorry. How far in it are you?
Almost halfway.
Okay. How are you enjoying it so far? Because I read it, I pre-ordered it. I tore through it so fast, and it's so good.
No, I really am enjoying it
It's
right
so
now.
good. In my opinion, I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm really good about, I don't want to spoil anything for you. But in my opinion, it's almost like going through Katniss's journey again. It has that same weight to it.
It does have that feel to it for sure.
Like
I get that so far. Like just
you
in
see the similarities between her and Haymitch and how they both were just doing what they had to, and they were trying to do what was right because they knew it was right. You know, that there was just like this, and like, you know, ultimately how things are going to end for him because we've seen, like, this is a prequel book, but like, even so,
right.
going through it, it's still so emotionally charged and heavy. It Oh, there's some moments in that book that I know on screen are going to make me sob like a baby.
Well, and that's what I was a little concerned about because I was like, you did see some similarities, and I'm like, is this gonna ruin this? Because you're like, it's not the same story, but it's the same story, you know? It when you're in a district that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you don't really have anything. I don't know. It's like, so I was a little concerned with that, but it's it does have the similarities, but it doesn't feel like the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, they have the same justifications for things that they're doing or going to do, I assume. Um, and again, like you said, we know the outcome of his story, but you can then see why he got so jaded and how he turned out the way he did and
Yeah.
things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm very curious to get this finished so that I can finally discuss with
Yeah,
you.
give full. But like, for me, it gave so much context that when you go back to the first book or even just watch the first movie, having
Hmm.
that context, it just is that first time you meet him. Because I think I watched the first one a little while ago after I read the book, and the context was, it gave so much more depth, and like just that introductory to him, like when they're on the train and he's so dismissive, and he's so, because you can tell he's been through this, and like,
Yep.
it's not just like, oh, he's an asshole who's a drunk because, you know, he doesn't want to be there. It's so much deeper than that once you have that context. And
Right.
also the fact that, like, if you're halfway through, I'm sure you already know, he was, his one of his best friends was Katniss's dad.
Yeah.
So that context was like a big fucking deal. And there's more to it as you go through, but like, it I gotta say, Suzanne Collins did a fucking phenomenal job of bringing back that feeling from the first book while
Yeah.
writing another story, and then making the first book now have so much more meaning and feeling behind it that, like, it was
Yeah.
hard enough that first read through, you're like, wow, this is an amazing book. But now when you like anything to do with Haymitch, you're just like, fucking hell. That is
Well,
amazing work.
I I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this one and then I'm going to go back and just go through the books again because they are
They're good.
really,
They're
it's a
so good.
really
The movies
well
too.
written, keeps you hooked the entire
Mm-hmm.
time. And yeah, I mean, obviously, as you get through it, there are some bits where you're like, okay, but at the end of the day, I busted through those books so
Oh
fast.
yeah. They're hard to
So
put
fast.
down because they're so
Yeah.
well written, and like I said, for her to come back years later and add on to the story in such a poignant way, insane. Although I will say, so I know they're making a movie out of this one, and I'm
Yeah.
elated with the casting choices. There's
Yeah.
so much
They did a
exciting
good
stuff.
job.
The fact that you could get to see young Effie and Plutarch and all that, like seeing that these are
You're just
long term players, amazing.
yeah.
But did you read Songbirds and Snakes? The
No.
one for, okay, so that one, did you watch the movie?
I watched some of it and then something happened and I turned it off. For some reason, I was in a mood and I did not want to
Oh,
watch that one. There was
so
something that annoyed me about it. I don't remember what it was, and it could again, it could have just been my mood. But
that's
I
fair.
know what happens.
Yeah.
It's not like
So basically, the context there's also like a connection between Lucy Gray and this book. Kind of. It's not like a super strong connection, but there is like some more reference and all that. And that also gives you kind of
Yeah.
some context for Snow and his behaviors with Katniss. But
Right.
the book was better than the movie, and I only say that because a majority of the book is his inner monologue and his dialogue. So you're getting like the insight into his brain because he's a very two-faced person. He's a very
Oh,
like, in his head he's judgmental and thinks he's better than everybody, and but to everyone's face he's playing the nice guy, and he's playing a role that doesn't
yeah.
come across so much in the movie because it's internal dialogue. So that kind of doesn't give you the best view of him, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
you're not getting that twisted dark side and like the thoughts that he's having. um so that I felt like, I'm like, yeah, making a movie makes sense, but at the same time you're not going to get that same impact that you do from the book. Whereas I feel
Yeah.
like
And that
Haymitch
makes,
is a little more like not heavy on the internal, monologue dialogue vibe. He's very outward, like what he's like Katniss. Whatever is going on in their head, they're putting out on their face
right.
and saying, like, they're not two-faced. So you can do movies
No. Yeah.
with them, and you're not going to have that struggle of like, oh, they're hiding something and everybody else doesn't know, and that, like, I don't know.
No,
It works better.
you're absolutely right. And that's the thing, like it's gonna be funny. And the only reason I bring it up is because it's the opposite. Um, and it's the 20th anniversary. But Twilight, if you read
Oh
Breaking
yeah.
Dawn,
Okay,
the
I read the
ending,
first book, and I read the book from Edward's perspective, which was
okay.
horrible to go through. So I don't think
Yeah,
I've read
Midnight
Breaking Dawn.
Sun. Yeah. So did you watch the movie at
Of
all?
course, I've watched all the movies.
Okay. So you remember the last fight in part two,
Yes, we've talked
because they
about this,
broke the
but
book.
please continue.
Yes. So in the book, it was extremely anticlimactic because y it was just from Bella's point of view, and she didn't really know what was going on. Whereas when you
Yeah, it was just
like,
Alice showing what's his face, so it's just her watching Alice touch.
yes,
Yes, and that's
right.
it.
So
She's like, all
she's
right, they're
supposed,
holding hands. Cool.
yeah, they're chilling out, they're holding hands, and then all of a sudden he backs away and goes, "Okay, we're gonna peace out now. We'll let you all do your thing.
Which is very
Toodles."
anticlimactic. Climactic. It's
Right?
very like, okay, they held hands, and then he's like, all right, I saw shit. I'm leaving.
Exactly. But
Okay.
then when you're watching Breaking Dawn Part 2, you see heads being chopped off, people are dying.
Fallen
Like
in
you're like,
yeah.
yeah, and you're
Oh,
like,
and
what?
Seth, sorry, the Seth thing always gets
Yeah.
me. Seth and
Poor
Leah.
Seth. Yeah. Hmm.
My feels.
Yeah. And so you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, this was the hand holding, right? Because
Well,
you're
most
like, did
people
they
don't
just
realize
change
it
the,
until it pulls back to Alice, and she's like, all right, now you've seen. And then they're like, oh shit, none of that actually happened? It was all a
yeah,
lie?
well, I thank God caught on sooner than that, but my friend who I saw it with was like freaking the fuck out. And I was
Oh,
like, girl,
yeah.
one, it's just a movie. Let's calm your tits. And two, I was like, oh, wait. But there are sometimes when they decide they want to change the ending.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nah, they're not doing that. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot. They held hands. And
They
then,
held
because
hands.
it had been a while since I'd watched or read the book.
This is why you don't
So,
hold hands.
yeah,
You hold hands,
just
people die.
I really don't like hand holding. I'm just
It's
saying.
gross.
So yeah. So it had the opposite effect. So it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of helps you to see that if it's done right, internal monologues and from that person's point of view is great.
Yeah.
But then when you got a big old, ending and everybody lives happily ever after, but you have no context as to how or why, except for we held hands,
Yeah, we
then
held
it's
hands.
kind of annoying.
It is,
So,
yeah. It really
and I
depends on
will
how the
read the
director
book.
does it. Good.
Yeah, I will read the book and then I will go back and watch the movie. Just need to be in a better
I
headspace, but we're
just,
finishing this one first.
yeah, I didn't love that movie for that reason of just like, it just lacked that extra element of him being this like Snape, him being this
Yeah, very
two-faced.
sinister, conniving, like,
Yeah, he's playing up the I'm still rich and I'm still this and that and the other. I'm in with the cool kids and I'm the good guy, and he's
yeah,
doing whatever he can because he wants to, snow always lands on top. And you don't hear all the like horrible things he thinks about his classmates, and it's just like, okay, so you're not getting the full picture if you just watch the movie. And that's another reason when people are like, oh, well, I watched the movie so I get it. It's like, no, you don't, because certain books, there's so much context and
yeah,
dialogue that you're missing out on, that it's like, oh no, there's
exactly.
a reason we hate this motherfucker, and it's not just like surface level. This is like deep shit.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
agree.
I'm really excited for the movie though. But when I saw the book, I was like, I need to talk to her, because I made Trav read it, and I was like, you need to finish it. You need to finish it because I need someone to talk to because it's so good. So that was my big
And I'm
thing.
sure he liked it, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's felt the same. It's very much like reminiscent of the first book. That same feeling, that weight to it. But obviously there's some difference, and it really makes you realize how similar Haymitch and Katniss are, and why he ended up opening up to her, because he
Right.
does. Like, you see over time, he sees something in her. He sees himself in her, and he gets that hope again. And it's because she's that flame that, he started all those years ago, and she's carrying that torch forward. And that's when he's like, this is it. I wasn't able
Yep.
to do this, but she might. And I'm getting chills. It's so good. It's just such a fantastic story.
Well, if I hadn't shaved my arms, oh, I did a piss poor job on it. Um,
You just have a little
I said,
patch.
oh yeah,
This is my goose flesh patch.
yes.
That's how I know I'm scared. Um, it's
I
just
just
so well
leave it.
done. It's so well done. So, you guys, if you haven't read Sunrise on the Reaping, do it. Do it immediately. Even,
Do it.
it's so good. The movie's going to be coming out probably within the next, like, what, 6 months or something? I
I
don't know if they
believe
have a date,
so.
but it's going to be phenomenal. The casting choices are already top tier, and I'm excited for. Um, yeah, it's going to be great, and I'm excited about it. And that was the book portion of today's podcast.
Ooh,
I
yay.
have been reading more, and I have recommendations whenever you need them, because I just burned through two books that are gothic suspense
Ooh.
thrillers that were. One is giving, think like Crimson Peak slash Bridgerton.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, and the other one was a girl who goes from a village, and she's basically been tapped to be a bride for a count. And like, basically from the day she was born, and everyone's like, oh, you're gorgeous, and so you're not meant to live in this village, you're meant to marry someone of importance. And on her way there, she gets attacked and her face is marred. And then like, she gets to the count's castle, and basically he's like begrudgingly, gonna keep her around, I guess. But like, it's her learning that things aren't what they seem, which is all in the
Right.
synopsis. There's no spoilers there. Both are phenomenal. The first one, the kind of Crimson Peak slash Bridgerton one, is called A Monstrous Kind. And the other book is A Girl Walks into the Forest, which sounds like a joke. But it was
I mean,
so
it does,
good.
but
I'm
obviously not a joke to her.
No, but I love a good feminine rage plot. You
Yeah,
know,
that's always nice.
it's like, good for you, girl, good for you. So both
Have
being
you
very
read
good.
Fourth Wing?
No,
So I started that on the plane. Okay, it's
I
so
have
I
it. I
was
haven't
going.
started it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first like two chapters that I got through, but that was
Hmm.
like while I was on the plane. Um, I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I plan
Um,
on reading it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. You know what it
I
is
mean,
with the whole, like, you've got too many options, and where do you start?
I mean, yeah. So I've been there. I got a lot of them. There's still a lot that I haven't gotten through. I don't know. It's really strange. I went through a moment where I'm like, I don't feel like reading,
It
which is weird
happens.
for me.
Yeah, no, it
So,
happens.
and so it's kind of like an ebb and a flow. And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, well, I'm kind of getting it back now. So that's why I'm like, okay, we got to finish this book and then I'll go back to Fourth Wing and, you know.
Yeah. I was binge watching Doc on Netflix, and that one's actually a pretty good show. But they only had the first season, and the second season just started airing this month.
Hmm.
And it's only like the second episode is supposed to air, I think, in 2 days. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna watch it as it airs because then I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep every night because,
Yeah.
like, because I'm
That's the one where she has
spoiled.
amnesia, right?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
have it on my watch list,
it's
but it's funny
good.
because I was like, I don't want to start season one until season two is done, kind of thing. Because I'm like, I just want to get
Yeah,
it all done and over with. But
it's good.
yeah,
I watched it with my mom, and we became like pretty obsessed with it. And then it was like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do now? Which is the problem
yeah,
with what we're doing nowadays. First of all, commercials, gross. Who watches commercials? And second of all, binge watching stuff. You know, a lot of the times people are like, "Oh, this show just came out. Have you watched it?" And I'm like, I don't want to watch until it's like 2 or 3 seasons deep, because what's going to happen
yeah.
is I'm going to want to binge watch. I'm going to want to take a day or two to just watch a bunch of episodes and like brain rot on the couch, and then I'm going to be all caught up and wait a year for like Bridgerton. Fuck Bridgerton. First of all, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong. I've read all the books, but I really hate how they'll release it. They'll give you 4 episodes and then go, wait a month and we'll give you the next 4 episodes. And
Yeah.
that's it. It's 8 episodes a season, which is bullshit. Sorry, not sorry. Bullshit. And then they're like, wait a year and a half for, or 2 years for the next season.
Yep. Hmm.
Absolutely not. What the fuck has happened with our society, and like where we're accepting this as the new norm? Because it used to be a season was like 24 episodes, and then you'd
Right.
take a couple months off, and then they'd be back at it again. And now you get 8 episodes every year or two. How? Make it make
Or
sense.
or are we spoiled because we don't wait for the weekly because they've given us a taste of that and so we don't remember what we used to have to deal with. I mean, even though we do. But I think
But it was once a week,
nowadays
but it was
everything is
24
just so
episodes.
well, but I think some of them are actually longer because they don't have commercials
Well, with commercials, they'd
as
come out to like
well.
what, 45 to 50 minutes? Because like Buffy, for example, I was rewatching Buffy,
Yeah.
and that's like a 45 to 50 minute episode thing, I believe. Let me see.
Yeah, I mean it could have been, but I think things are just so different now.
Generally 45
That
minutes.
it's I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the thing that sucks too is that they do this and then we also have to pay and
Mm-hmm.
then we'll pay more to watch things that we probably shouldn't. So it's probably better just to wait and binge watch,
Oh
but
yeah. But
who
then you have
knows?
to
I
worry
mean,
about
we
everybody
actually
spoiling shit. That's the
yeah,
problem.
like
It's if you don't watch it when it airs, then everybody's gonna spoil it because nobody can keep all that stuff off the internet. And they don't just post it like, oh, I want to talk about this. They're posting pictures, they're posting memes, they're posting all the stuff, which is fine, whatever. But you either give up the right to enjoy it the first time and wait to binge watch, or you watch it so that no one spoils it for you, but then you're having to wait that period of time of when's the next thing going to come out. So, I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
you really are. And it's funny because so what was it? We binge watched Twisted Metal,
Mm-hmm. How was
and
it?
it's got some funny things, but and I'm probably gonna get slapped for this, but I just don't really see Anthony Mackie as like the main character,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Okay.
Um, they
Do you
made
think it's
him
because you're used to seeing him as Falcon slash Winter or Captain America?
no,
No, that's not an
No,
influence on it. So it's just him as
no,
a
I don't.
person.
Yeah, I just, there's
Okay.
something about him,
Okay.
and I
That's
don't
fair.
know if it's just maybe his acting style or
Mm.
I don't know. And maybe I need to see
Okay.
something else.
Question:
But
Is it
yes,
like Kevin Hart as Roland?
yes,
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
100%.
All right. Gotcha.
And and the thing
Just
is that
doesn't. It's not a fit. It's like trying to take a triangle and stick it in a circle hole. It just does. It's
yeah,
not. No.
and it's not to say that he was bad in Twisted Metal. I think they made the character really dumb, which is fine because if you learn about what's going on, it's like
Mm-hmm.
post-apocalyptic. And
Okay.
I don't know if you ever played the game, but
Very little. I mean,
it's
first
really,
PlayStation,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
forever
you're
ago.
literally just, it's a car race
Mm-hmm.
essentially,
It's
like
like Death
to
Race,
the
kind
death.
of.
Yes.
Good movie,
And
by the way. Death Race, 10 out of
huh?
10. Death,
Yeah.
yeah, 10 out of 10 on that. The show sounds mid. Just sorry.
No, you're fine. It's accurate. So, at the end of the day, I think it could have just been the writing for his character in this.
Okay.
I do have to say that I prefer him as a comedic actor. So
Hmm.
maybe that's
It was too serious
more
for
of what
him.
it is. So he's no, I mean, there's a lot of comedic pieces in this show
Hmm.
for him, but then there's some serious stuff, and you're just like,
Did it feel forced?
a little bit,
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
So, but again, it wasn't horrible. I
Hmm.
enjoyed the show. It was fucking Sweet Tooth.
Oh, the clown?
Oh my God. So fucking funny. Like, it's just, you watch it solely for him, to be honest. But there are other characters that pop up, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? Well, we had season two, but we had to start watching it because we had to do things for Comic-Con and
Hmm.
whatever, and then after stuff to do for press. And I was just like, some of this is dragging on. Can we
Do a
move
little
this
speed
along?
through. Yeah. Let's just do a
Yeah.
little scrub through and get to the good shit.
Yeah, but there's this, like, I'm gonna call her the, it's not even a pest control. We're gonna call her the pest lady, the
Okay.
bug lady.
Bug lady.
And
Fair.
I forgot her name, so that's why. But because again, I wasn't fully invested, but anytime she popped up, she made me laugh because she's gross. And it's funny. Like,
I
it's
can respect
so,
that. I
like,
character is
gnarly
gross.
teeth, inhaling pesticides. Like, a lot of shit has gone down in this woman's life.
That doesn't sound healthy at
But
all.
yeah, no. But yeah. So that's, again, it's just one of those things where you kind of have to wait. And I know people were mad because they had to wait for Peacemaker, and which Peacemaker's hilarious as well. I highly recommend watching Peacemaker.
I do think it
But you
is
need
hard
HBO
for
Max.
you too because since you have to do interviews and content, you depending on what you're having to do for interviews and whatnot, you do have to binge watch stuff for context because like
Yeah,
you
or
have to
watch
know the content.
screeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of screeners, or we have to like watch movies that we would never want to watch because we have to do reviews on them. And
Hmm.
sometimes it turns out to be fun. Um, I just had to do a review on Megan 2.0.
I haven't seen it yet. I saw the first one. I enjoyed the first one. Trav and I are supposed to watch the second one at some point because we're gonna do a whole. I have a list of Halloween movies we're gonna watch. It's like 2 pages
Okay.
long, but it is on my list, so don't spoil.
No, I won't, but I'm just gonna say it's not the same.
Oh no, I know. Just from the trailer, you can tell it's not the same. It seems less horror and more action slash comedy. Yeah, I listen. I've been in this game for a while. I know how to read
I
a
know.
trailer.
I know. I'm just making sure that you are aware
Oh
because
yeah.
people weren't. And
Which again, from the trailer, it was very apparent that this is. We went from a horror film. Well, I mean, kind of horror to action comedy, kind of.
yeah, which
Um,
look, I'm, I can enjoy, you know,
did you watch the
but
adult version of Megan
wait, what?
with Megan Fox, Subservient?
You mean like, oh yeah, no.
Oh, it's basically like if you took Megan but put her in Megan Fox's body. The whole premise is the
I saw
husband's
clip, but no.
it's I was like, this is literally just like softcore version of Megan. Like, I don't know. I was not prepared. Yeah, it's the husband, his wife goes into like heart failure and goes to the hospital, and he needs help because he's got a daughter and a young baby son, and he's like a foreman, and so he decides he's going to go hire one of these robots or buy one of these robots to watch after the kids in the house and help out since his wife is in the hospital. And of course, like, his daughter picks Megan Fox and
I mean, good taste. Go ahead.
names her Alice because of Alice in Wonderland. And then
You,
he starts having a kind of relationship that gets a
of
little
course.
and it starts because he was watching Casablanca with her. And apparently that triggered something in this robot to get a little horny for him. And then kind of, do the typical, like, hand that rocks the cradle vibe.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Uh, so
Oh, that movie.
it
Oof.
it's like if you watched Megan, but instead of an aunt, she had an uncle, and then Megan was trying to fuck the uncle. But also, like, Megan Fox, adult, not a child robot. So it was just
Yes.
like,
No, I,
this is getting weird.
yeah.
They were like, let's
I think
do
I'll pass.
Megan, but make it sexy. And I'm like, why did we need this?
Yeah. Well, who asked for it?
Somebody with a wiener.
Well, that.
So that was my experience watching Subservient. Or was it Subservient? I don't know. It was.
It's something.
It's something. It's got Megan Fox. If you want to watch Megan the movie, but more adult, that's the movie for you. It's on Netflix,
Well,
or it was. I don't know if it still is.
the reason I asked is because I got the 4K UHD unrated
Oh.
version. So that's why I was like, is that what you mean by adult? Like,
No,
I'm very
no, no.
confused.
It felt like
So
I was
thank you.
watching a softcore is the thing. And like I was like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Skinamax
So
ish. Wait, do you see titties?
I'm no, you don't see
Okay.
like
So
anything,
then
but
it's not Skinamax, it's
no,
still Cinemax. Yeah.
it's very like clothes on, but very,
Okay. Okay.
and it happens like twice, I think. So
Curious. Very
uh-huh.
curious.
it
Nah, I'm not
also
gonna watch
it
that.
also felt like they took any opportunity to try and like show off her body, which, like, she's got a gorgeous body, don't get me wrong, but like it kind of is one of those played out tropes in the horror
Well,
genre,
and
is
she
have
can't.
someone busty be naked for some reason or another.
Right, but then she can't get pissy when people try to over sexualize her because
Yeah,
she just did a movie that's over sexualizing her.
yeah, I mean,
She's
it's a
done that
choice.
before. So maybe
Yeah,
now she's doing it because it's she just doesn't give a shit anymore, right? Which
yeah,
could totally be it.
yeah.
But anyway,
It's, it's her body, her choice, but she did
yep.
choose to be in that movie, and she read the script, and so I mean, she has made comments saying that, that she's fine with being, you know, a sex icon. She's made comments where she's not. People are allowed to change
Yeah,
their
just
minds, but
just pick a side.
yeah,
You know what I
just
mean? Just fucking own it.
yeah.
Please.
Which I think she's at that stage where she's just owning it. She's like, fuck it,
Yeah,
this is what it
I think
is.
you're right.
Which,
Yeah.
speaking of that, hopping onto a similar vein of thinking, but off of media per se, did you see what Alyssa Milano did?
About her titties?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That was muy interesante.
I mean this in the nicest way. Who
Which
fucking
is not gonna be
cares?
nice.
Who fucking cares? Like, listen, I get she's like, I thought I had to be a sex symbol and I was pushed into this. She hasn't done shit for years. Nobody's thinking about her. Nobody cares. And I don't mean that in a mean way, like, nobody cares about you. I'm just saying, like, nobody's focusing on her being a sex symbol. They haven't for years, I mean, I just watched a Blink-182 video from way back in the day, which she was in.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. And she wasn't like, I mean, she was supposed to be like the hot chick, but like she wasn't an iconic sex symbol in that way. But she hasn't been that for years. So I'm like, you could take your implants out and be all natural and not have to make a public announcement about it and be like, "Hey everybody, look at me. I'm not a sex symbol anymore." Like, okay.
Well, I mean,
You
I
haven't been
think
for a minute.
she's constantly trying to stay relevant,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Especially after, and I don't know if you've followed up on any of this, but
The
there was
falling
a
out.
huge charm debacle,
Yeah, the falling out with her with Rose McGowan and Shannon Doherty and yeah.
and a lot of things came out. And more recently, before Shannon died, oh shit, I'm forgetting her name. I hate when I do that. The other sister. Um, anyway, she actually had a podcast and was talking with Shannon about the things that happened, but she also, even after Shannon passed, broke down because of the things that had happened that were just unfair
Yeah.
during that time to Shannon and why she got fired
Mhm.
and all of these different things that were coming out. So even before the death, Alyssa was coming out and trying to be like, no, that didn't happen. This is what happens. Like, dude, you kind of did something you shouldn't have done, and you
Yeah.
whispered in someone's ear, and then you started gaslighting people, and
Yeah.
like the prima donna mentality, right?
Mhm.
It's like at this age, own that shit and say you were young, you made a mistake. It's like, don't double
Yeah.
down on bullshit when you have multiple other people
Yeah, witnesses
saying
and whatnot. Yeah.
you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it was just really sad because, I liked Rose on the show, but I really liked Shannon Doherty on the show. Like
Yeah.
I liked the OG cast,
Mhm.
and it just, honestly, I didn't really like Alyssa Milano, but I just was never a huge fan of hers anyway. It had nothing
Mhm.
to do with her boobies,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, the whole
Or,
boob
oh,
thing
she's
just
so pretty. Ew. No, it had nothing to do with
no.
that. It was
It feels like just like a desperate reach for attention of like, look
exactly.
everybody, I was a sex symbol. Remember when I was a sex symbol and everybody wanted to sleep with me? Now I'm taking out my titties and I feel so much better being natural. That's fine. 100%. You can feel great with them, without them. That is your business. But trying to like use it as a way, like you're in a hospital gown, you're like, look at me, everybody. Like, come on. No,
You're using it for publicity versus the reasons why it should be important that you
mm-hmm.
shouldn't need to have them, right?
Yeah.
So it's you're taking away from other people's and it's not even their stories, but just in general, use it for what it's intended to be. So
Mm-hmm.
if there's a huge campaign coming out where they just want to bring awareness and just don't fall into the body dysmorphia, the what celebrities are doing. Don't do, if some guy says you have tiny tits, say thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless if it's something you really want to do. Don't feel like you have to do it. So if you're going to do something like that, then fine. Get up and take a stand and say, "Look, I removed my implants."
Yeah.
But this was just all solely for clout,
See, and I
which I don't know
remember,
who's giving it to her.
I don't know, but I
So,
remember when Adrienne Curry had hers removed and she talked about it
oh
because she
yeah.
was like, I was getting sick. I had illness. And this is like, I want to bring awareness to the fact that this is a condition that can happen and you need to be aware of it. She wasn't doing it to be like, hey, everybody, look at me. I want to be relevant. I'm taking out my boobs because I feel better about it. And it's like, that's your choice and that's fine, but we don't need to make it a big, like, to do. She was doing it to say, I experienced something terrible. I had health issues and it was because of this and this is why I'm
Yeah.
doing it. So, if you're feeling sick, if you're having these issues, look into it. It was, kind of like a PSA.
Yeah.
So, I just felt like Alyssa doing it felt very like
It felt
desperate for
fake. It
attention.
felt, yeah, it was unnecessary. Like if it was related to something, then it would have made more sense,
Yeah.
right?
Which again, I hope she does feel better. I hope it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
something that brings her more joy and comfort in her life. Truly. That's I think what everybody should experience, you shouldn't
yeah.
feel
Exactly.
uncomfortable in your body. So I just, again, I think the reason behind it felt kind of contrived. Sorry,
I
not
agree.
sorry. Not
No,
sorry.
I agree. I think it's just sometimes when you're looking at the person who's actually doing it,
Mm-hmm. That
and
colors it for sure.
yeah, so it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. It's like, look, live your life, have your peace,
Mm-hmm.
do what makes you happy.
Yeah. But you don't need to
That's
advertise every little thing.
exactly.
Especially when
I
you
mean,
haven't done anything. And like, what was the last thing she did? Has she been in any shows or movies in the last like 5 years?
none that I'm aware of.
So it's like it's just really weird. And I get there are some people who are like retired that still like have social media and postings, but it just felt weird. Which I am gonna look up. What was she last in? Oh, she's an
Stand to find out.
activist. Okay.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
What is she activisting? That is not
About
a word.
political things.
Um. Oh, she was in Insatiable in 2019. She was in a movie called Brazen in 2022, which is the last thing I'm currently seeing. Oh, Who Are You People in 2023. So I guess she's still kind of doing things here and there.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, maybe 2023 was the last time she did something. Not that she needs to be still working by any means, but it just feels weird when they take a step out of that spotlight and then um, are just like announcing things in this way.
Yeah.
But all right,
Yeah.
going to our topics here since we have a little bit of time left. Um, I think I want to jump into something that is not heavy. So, and not going to take a long time. I want to talk to
Okay.
you about. Have you heard about Snapeism?
Wait, can you say
Snapeism.
like Professor Snape?
Mm-hmm.
Snapeism?
Yes. I just heard
Uh,
about this.
no, I don't believe I do unless if I did
Oh,
not hear the name.
no,
So please
this
enlighten me.
this is a journey we're going to go on. It's not a long journey, but it is a wild one. So, there is this content creator I follow who talked about this, and I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I'll have to look it up. But she goes on and she started making content because she was part of a forum back in the like I think late 90s early 2000s, something around there, um for Anne Rice vampire novels, and it was
Love it.
a I think it was called like Through the Looking Glass or something along those lines. And basically it was a Anne Rice vampire cult online.
Okay.
There were people that were claiming to be Lestat and Armand
Yeah, of course.
and being like, no, I'm really them, and I'll prove it
Uh-huh.
to you. I'll come to your dreams tonight and I will show you. And there were other people who were like playing into it and being like, look, they've been feeding off of me because I'm losing weight. Look how pale I am. Look at how much I'm bruising. Like these people were like it was a straight up cult. It was crazy. And
Yeah, yeah,
she
yeah, yeah.
she talks about it, and she has like, the receipts, the logs and stuff. And so she's talked about multiple parts and people coming forward and being like, oh my god, I was a part of this, I remember this. So she started talking. This is just all to set up. She brought up apparently there was a cult called Snapeism. That was There was women that were known
Yeah.
as, people were calling them, but they did not like being called Snape wives. The Yes, Snape wives. These It gets so good you don't even know. So these women, they called it Snapeism, and they were Snapists, which is a terrible name. First of all, that's awful. You couldn't come up with something better than that. That's too close to something else we're not gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awful. So these women had like it was like a religion, like a legit religion. They had tenets and all these things. And part of it was you had to like they think that Snape is a real person that J.K. Rowling channeled while she was writing the book. and that they could channel him, and some of them had stronger connections than others, and some of them struggled with not being able to channel him. But part of this religion cult was that they all had to marry him and become one of his wives through channeling. And I guess your categories. I
Yes.
guess one of the like tenets of this religion was they had to promise to never love another person. They could only ever love Snape. And they would commune with him. And yes, this was a whole thing. It gets
So
go ahead
wait,
because
so
I have some
essentially
great
these
stuff for you.
so essentially these women wanted to be celibate, but didn't want to just say they were
No,
celibate.
no, they were having
Like,
emotional connections with Snape because they were channeling him. They were mind fucking him, I guess. I
no.
don't.
Look, I understand that a lot of people don't want to be part of reality, but don't publicize it.
You can look it up. Snapeism and the Snape wives, which they don't like being called
Oh
Snape wives. They're Snapists. Terrible name.
my God,
And
it's such a bad.
I don't know all the details. I just found out enough because I didn't want to go down this deep, dark rabbit hole more than I had. And it gets better because, so one of the biggest things was you can never love anyone except Snape. And
Okay.
a part of the downfall of this cult, although they're still kicking around here and there from what was said, was one of the women broke that law because she
Oh,
fell in love with someone else. Now,
oh,
I
by
know,
the gods.
by the Snape, I know you're
By
thinking, who could she
which Snape?
possibly, yeah, which one? Who could she possibly leave Snape for? Who could steal her
Oh
away
no. Oh
from
God, the
Snape?
possibilities.
Who would like, oh my, this man must have been a quite the fox, right? Like ooh, you're never
If
gonna
you fucking
guess.
say Voldemort,
Oh
I swear to
no. Oh
God.
no, we're not even staying in this genre.
Oh, we're
Oh,
jumping.
we're
Okay.
jumping. Cuz of course, we
Santa Claus?
he's not a real man that she met in her real day-to-day life. No, no. It is
Oh,
Jethro Gibbs.
wait. Wait, Leroy Jethro Gibbs?
Uh-huh. From NCIS. Yeah.
And when did this all happen? Because I mean, for a long time, Leroy wasn't a bad looking man.
I know he's a very handsome man, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
He is. But she broke her vow to Snape for Leroy Jethro
Wait,
Gibbs
but
from
isn't
NCIS.
isn't Snape dead? Did I miss something? Or are they saying because they're channeling him from the
Well,
afterlife?
okay,
This is
no,
probably
because here's the thing. So, again, Snape, as J.K. Rowling wrote him, is dead. But they think that she
oh,
was channeling
yeah,
Snape.
yes,
So
yes.
he's
Sorry,
not
my
really
apologies. I
dead.
got it.
Mm.
Yeah. So the channeled Snape is still.
Hmm. He's still always there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Channeled Snape or Leroy?
yeah. Which one? Like,
Decisions. I mean, I could see why maybe she jumped the fence
I mean,
and decided to
it's
break.
fair. If you've ever seen NCIS, it's like, come on, yeah, of course, come on. He's a good-looking dude.
Everybody loves Gibbs.
Everybody
Who
does
doesn't want
love
a good
Gibbs,
slap on the back of the head?
right?
You know?
Oh, but that was something that I literally came across, and I went, what the fuck?
I have no words. I legit have no words. I have no words.
Yeah,
I
it was weird enough when it was just a weird. I almost called it a sex cult, but it's not. It's an anti-sex cult. I don't know. But making a book character your religion, and yeah, that
yeah.
was weird enough. But then the jump to NCIS was just like so out of left
I
field and hilarious that I was like, all right, this was weird and kind of funny, and then it went to hilarious. So
it's just yeah. I oof, man. Like
Yeah.
usually I'm not that, would you call it flabbergasted? I don't even know what to say. I just don't.
It's jarring. It
Again,
is.
I understand many of us like to escape reality. I don't
Oh, for
want to live in
sure.
real life. I
Real
mean,
life
fuck,
sucks.
it's a shit show.
Yeah.
So I would like to go into the fantasy realm. Hence
Mm-hmm.
why 99.9% of my books are not
Oh,
anything
yeah, they're
connected
fantasy.
to real life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Same.
But to like have this, I yeah, you know where I'm getting. I don't get it. I'm like,
You're so disturbed right now, and it's
I just
hilarious.
and using poor Snape.
Yeah, he didn't ask
What
for
does
this.
Severus do?
He
Severus did
wouldn't want
nothing.
this. He would not want this. Okay.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So
Horrible.
anyway,
I
Leroy don't want it either. But
no
I'm just
no. He'd be like, "What the actual fuck? Keep me out of this.
yep.
Whatever it is." Yeah. So that
Wow.
I found very entertaining. And again, like you said, I get escapism. I get. Listen, we've both been a part of very intense escapism communities as far as like cosplay. Cosplay is it can be escapism. Um
Yeah,
I've former haunt actor of 6 years. That's I mean any theatrical thing is a bit of escapism because you're not being yourself. You're stepping out of
exactly.
yourself to become someone else for a period of time.
Right. Yeah.
So I get it. And again, we both are very avid readers. We consume media like our life depends on it, whether it's, books, video games, movies, TV shows. And
Yes.
we love storytelling and being immersed in those worlds. I get that. What I don't get is when you turn it into a religion. It's odd. It's unhealthy only because your grasp of reality starts slipping.
Yes. Agreed.
You
A
need to
hundred
be
percent.
able to delineate between the two. So that's my only concern is when you start to, let go of reality, it's like, we're in dangerous waters here.
Ugh. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for
Oh, you're
sharing
welcome.
that little tidbit of knowledge
You know,
with.
I love a good cult story.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're good, but this one just wow.
At least this one was a harmless one. Like, most of the time, cults
Yes.
are very dangerous and scary things. But this one, again, a female led cult, and, like, nobody got hurt as far as I know. It's nobody's drinking Kool Aid. No, like, nobody lost
True.
money. So, like,
Yeah.
good on them. At least if you're gonna start a cult, it's because you don't want to be alone. Oh, that's sad
Yeah.
now. Now that I just think about that, that's sad.
Well, but they don't want to be alone to be alone.
Yeah. Well, but they're
Do you know,
together.
like,
They're together
yeah,
being with Snape, being alone.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
All
lot.
right, my brain hurts.
I know. There's so much to process with it. It's what do you do? And listen,
I
I'm not judging in the sense that like I feel like there needs to be like a disclaimer. When we quote unquote like are joking and laughing about this stuff, we're not making fun of these people in a malicious or hurtful way. It's just
right.
like I don't understand it and it's not for me, but that's okay. We'll have a laugh and be like, it's whatever. Like it's never
Yeah,
with a hurtful judgment tone in any
yeah.
of
You
these
do you.
podcasts.
Live your
Yeah.
best freaking life, right? Like I'm all about whatever makes you happy. I know some friends of mine, they got some weird ass kinks. I don't get it. It's a little weird to me, but if they like it and it makes them happy, then
Yeah.
good on you. I am
Weird isn't
happy for
bad.
you.
Weird.
Just don't shove it in my face. I
Yeah.
don't I don't you can talk to me about it and I'll be like, okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay.
And we've dealt with that a lot over the years. And it's never
Yeah.
a like, oh, they're disgusting or that. That's never it. It's
Yeah.
always just a, I could never imagine doing that and I can't wrap my head around that. And that's
But
interesting to hear that that is a thing because I wasn't aware of it and now I am.
yeah,
And now I'm like, interesting. But it's never ever malicious. It's always
no.
like, let's all just have a good giggle and laugh about
Yeah.
stuff and then we'll move on.
Yep,
So I
exactly.
feel like that's important to
Maybe we'll figure
clarify.
out we'll figure out some disclaimer.
Yeah, because I
We'll
feel
start
like
putting that in there.
we are in a time where people are hypersensitive, and in some cases, rightfully so. But
Yes.
it's why I was struggling last episode to say what I was trying to say, because, like, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want anyone to feel like they're being targeted in some way or that there's any malicious intent, because that's never our intent. We're always going to
No.
laugh and joke, and things are tongue in cheek, and that's what it is. But nothing ever is going to be something hurtful or malicious. That's just not how it is here.
Correct. Agreed.
Unless you're Nazi, and then get fucked, nerd.
Oh, well, yeah.
But like in the
I
most
mean,
like awful way possible.
yes, 100%. Agreed.
I'm like, except for this one group of people, fuck y'all.
Well, I mean, there are probably a few more we can add to that, but
Pedophiles.
yeah,
Those would be the two that I'm like, yeah, we're dying on this hill. They are exempt from the kindness. They only get severe judgment that is hateful. Only because they are hateful people themselves. I'm just
yes, I agree. I mean, can we also throw in animal abusers too? I
yes,
mean,
yes,
because
100%,
I will
100%.
anyway. Yeah, so that's why I said there's a few, but I mean, Nazis is always like the first one that comes to mind.
Oh, for
It's pretty
sure,
funny,
with good reason.
especially in this day and age.
Oh God, I
Um,
know.
yeah, I know.
What a time.
Anyway, I know it's crazy.
Did you have anything you wanted to bring up this week? Was there anything that stuck out in your mind? I know I usually
No,
am
I
like
mean,
the keeper of the tome, as it were, but
yeah. Usually I know that like when we've spoken in the past, you've just written stuff down.
I
So,
do tend to scribble things.
but I think I don't know. I really haven't been watching too much stuff except for this whole David
Oh,
singer
oh,
situation.
yes. Oh, I was like, David. Who the fuck is David?
Yeah.
No,
And
okay, yes, yes.
I don't know how much time we have left, but
I mean, technically we're at the mark, but we've talked about going over slightly, so
yeah, this whole this is the weirdest crime.
how so? Because I know some stuff, but I don't know if I know as much as you do.
So
Can I?
from
Let me just give what I know so that you can fill in the
yeah,
blanks. So from what
okay.
I know, a body was found in his trunk. We're going into the crime section of the podcast now. We,
Yes. This is
uh,
how we end things.
so what a great way to end things.
With murderous intent. No.
So a body was found in his trunk, and it turned out it was a girl that he was in love with and had wrote songs about, and then uh the girls that he had been putting in his music videos all looked like her, and a baby was found buried on his property. That's all I have.
How did I miss the baby being buried on the
You don't know about the
property?
baby?
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh yeah, and they say it was hers. Yeah.
Did that just come out?
Maybe like a
Because
week
that has
ago.
not been mentioned.
No, it was like maybe a week ago. But yeah, there's a baby.
I will have to do some research on that because no one has mentioned the baby
Let me see.
at all that I've been watching because I've been watching Long Crime.
Oh, have you?
Unfortunately, TMZ, but they got some live updates because they were the ones that actually broke something to the police. So, um,
It said that infant remains were found near the home of the musician. Allegedly, some stuff is saying it's true, some stuff is saying it's false. So I don't know.
okay, well we'll come back to that. That's good to know though because I did not hear that. So I they may have snoped that, but we'll find out. So it's gotten really weird
Oh,
because there have been old chats, live streams, and stuff that have come up. And there was a girl with him in the live streams who was Celeste, but not the Celeste that was found in the Tesla. she's 19 years old and is his girlfriend. And so now it's, is this girl a girlfriend plant? And was he really involved with the 14, now what, 15,
They
14 year
they
old?
well they said that
15?
when she went missing she was 13.
Right. And she was apparently seen. So they have pictures not of her, but there's pictures of like her feet with him. And you know it's him because he's wearing his Hello Kitty keychain and she's wearing her Hello Kitty Crocs, things like that. So there's
You can't see it, but
obviously,
my face is very confused and skeptical.
yeah. So it's hard to say because now there are two Celestes.
I I
And
don't I don't Oh my
the
god.
Celeste
Bailey
that
Sarian, where are you?
the Celeste that is alive right now is his girlfriend. And she has been seen uh so there was one picture that they had shown where they were like, "Oh, that's Celeste," but it turns out that it was the 19-year-old Celeste and not the 15. I think she was 15 or turning 15 when she passed. Um And so there's a lot of all of these little
I'm so
things that
confused.
happened in live chats that are now almost like real time. So you also look at the music that he's been making and singing about. There's no doubt in my mind, even though I'll say allegedly, he was in a relationship with the minor.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
this is
care.
so confusing.
It's there's so much, and so I think that this is something that we should maybe discuss on the next podcast
Yeah, and do
because
like
there
some
will
deep
be more
diving.
information and we can have a timeline and kind of talk through it
Okay.
because I have some things written down,
Okay.
but it was more of just to bring it up to see what you have heard and what you thought about it, and should we discuss some of these true crimey wimey type of
Oh,
things
for
because
sure,
I'm
because
finding this weird and fascinating.
yeah, I actually have one that's happening locally here that I wanted to talk about. Not just the true crime of it all, but you know what? How about this? You do some like timeline research on that, and then I'll do one on the one that's happening here. Because I don't know if you've heard about the Emmanuel Harrow case.
I don't know if I know the name,
It's
but
a baby that,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. We need
So
to talk
that's
about
a
that
whole
one too
thing.
because that one's weird shit too.
And we'll have to on the next
Um,
one we'll compare notes. I like today was a very like we hit a lot of our pop culture. We hit our books, we did cult, we've done murder. Like we're very on brand
Movies,
today. Good for
TV, yes.
us. Clappity clap. But yeah, I definitely want to touch back on this on the next podcast. I definitely want to do some research. And it's not even just the true crime of it all. I also want to talk about, and I have this written down, the armchair detectives that are making money off of this by spreading false stuff.
Oh,
So we'll get into that next episode. But I have, because that's what I got into with the Manuel Harrow stuff. I saw a lot of stuff being put up and it not being true. It was clickbait, and like, so I want to get into that next episode. We'll do that. So you guys can look forward to that. It might be just a true crime episode because I'm sure this stuff is going to be a deep dive, twisty, turny adventure. Um,
it's gonna be a timey wimey. Never mind. We're not gonna get into that new shit. I'll stop myself there.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe like once in a while we can just do like a crime. I don't want to call it true crime. I mean, technically it's supposed to be true, hopefully. But I do think that especially if it's something that's local
So it's
and
true crimey, wimey, timey, wimey.
yeah, something.
Not
But I
that.
think that we should discuss these
Oh
and kind
yeah.
of like it's just interesting to me to, you know, just kind of figure it all out because I mean, look, it's pretty much next door.
It really is. Especially the one that it is really close to me.
Yeah.
It's in my county.
Yeah.
So and
So
there's
weird.
also I'm sorry, I'm now burping because of drinking water. Hydration is good for you, but not great when you're burping. Um, we can also go over, there's some documentaries that are true crime docs that I think we could have quite a fun time watching and going over and discussing. There's one that really sticks in my mind in particular that I started having my mom watch, but I think that would be a fun time. It's just kind of going over that stuff and
Yeah,
the
I'm always down for
craziness.
that stuff because I like to discuss our point of views and
Oh
what
yeah.
we've seen. It just doesn't make sense. And
Hmm.
there's been a lot of stuff that I've been watching where I'm like, oh no, that mother heifer's lying.
Did you watch the catfish one?
Yep.
Yeah, with the mom.
Yep.
Yeah, oh, that we can also talk about another time. But
Yep.
I had to know if
Oh,
you
that
watched
one.
it. That was, like I said, I'm not gonna get into it because we're already pressing time. But I just want to say we will discuss it. This will be an ongoing segment that maybe every podcast we delve into one, or maybe every other podcast. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we just
We'll
sprinkle it
figure it
in here
out.
and there.
But I
Well,
guarantee you, we will talk about this stuff, and it will be very opinionated and a wild
yes.
ride.
Yes. Agreed.
So I'm excited for that.
I am too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
that's the
nothing.
vibe at the
I
end of
think
today. Yeah.
we just need to end it on that. So I'm just going to say this is going to conclude episode 2 of the Wicked Glitches. Please like and subscribe to all of our channels. You don't want to miss out. It's going to be weird, crazy, wild, goofy,
Yep.
and maybe a little pinch of
Yeah.
seriousness.
You never know
But
what you're
it's
gonna
always going to
find.
be fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think on all our socials, you can find us at The Wicked Glitches. That includes Instagram, YouTube, and I think that's all we have set up. Oh, and Twitch. And Twitch.
Yes.
We will be doing at some point supplemental podcasts that will be live on Twitch. Whether we just do that as a talk segment for an hour or we play games while we do that, I'm
Or
not
both.
sure yet. It could, well, I mean, we will obviously be talking while we're gaming, but
Yes.
I
Unless it's
don't
a
know if it's,
quiet one.
yeah.
Who knows?
So that
Hmm.
will come with time. Those probably won't start for a little bit just so we can build up a little bit of a following or whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, we gotta, we gotta work through some
Kinks,
kinks,
some
right?
kinky kinks,
So yeah, so just stay tuned, follow us,
all that.
and wait to see what happens next.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We hope you enjoyed today and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Bye.